What's going on, everybody? This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 91. 91 weeks. Holla at your boy. Yes, we are 91 weeks strong. Appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out as always. We've been doing this for 91 weeks. 8 more sessions before we hit 100. So yeah, I don't know if y'all know anybody who's been that consistent in their lifetime. But I'm consistent. I'm consistent as hell. 91 weeks. How many times have you guys done something for 91 weeks? You let me know outside of eating, sleeping, and taking a dump. What's going on, guys? This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 91, where you guys can come and ask anything, everything real estate related, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. Doesn't matter whether you're trying to buy your first house, 10th house, contractors, loans, whatever the case may be. Yeah, feel free to ask those questions. This is a free place, a free resource. You guys can utilize me as best you can within this hour time frame when it comes to your real estate questions and inquiries and theories, whatever the case may be, right? I will do my best to answer. Now, a couple housekeeping rules for the new folks that have never showed up for this show. Those are this. First of all, disclaimer, I'm not a guru. I'm not, right? I am not a guru. I am not asking for your money. I don't have no course. I'm not doing no coaching. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just an average Joe that knows a little bit more. I'm just an average Joe that knows a little bit about some real estate investing and real estate in general. So, as long as that is understood, you guys know I'm not selling no courses, none of that stuff. I'm not a guru. But I am an investor, right? I've been investing into rentals. I have a pretty decent sized portfolio of rental properties. I've done numerous renovations, right? I'm a licensed agent. I'm a licensed contractor. And I also do lead abatement. So that just lets you know right there. Yeah, I'm not a guru, but I've been out here in these streets. I'm in these streets every single day, right? So you can take my information with a grain of salt. Completely up to you. I am hyped today for some reason. I don't know. Also, yes, and the other thing that comes with this, guys, if you guys get any knowledge or information or you get any value out of this thing, please feel free to share the show. How do you do that? You screenshot me doing whatever I'm doing, talking, whatever. You screenshot it, you post it to your story, you let folks know what we're doing, you tag me. That is how you can show some love, right? I show you guys love every single week. I get to take an hour of my time for 91 weeks straight. If you go on my page, you can see 91 videos, 91 hours worth of content. In fact, I want to make sure y'all understood what I just said. I'm going to take my headphones. I'm going to make sure y'all heard me when I just said that. There is 91 hours worth of content on my page. 91. Probably more, right? That's what I've dedicated to you guys, right? The least thing you guys can do is screenshot, post to your story, let folks know what we're doing. That's the only thing I ask for. I'm not asking for your email address. I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for your social security number. None of that stuff, right? This information does cost thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars, I give it away for free, right? As long as you guys ask, I'm telling, right? So outside of that, yes, welcome to the show, guys. If you're new here, again, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 91, where you can come and ask anything, everything real estate related, talk, whatever the case may be, and we'll do what we got to do to get those questions answered, right? So had a couple people pop in here as we had got started. Let's see, who is this? Dark skin is it? What's going on, brother? I am Gabe. What's good? Sammy Joe, how you living? Appreciate you popping in here. A regular of the show. Is it snowing? Sure is. Ryan Confetti, what's good? Appreciate you popping in here. I did have somebody that said they wanted to to partake in one of these in the actual show. Give me a hot second, guys, while I invite them to the to the show. Give me a hot second. Where is he at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I had somebody that wants to come onto the show and talk about short-term rentals. In fact, hold on. All right. All right, I'm back. I had to shoot that text message so they knew, so they know to come on. But yeah, I had somebody want to come on and talk about short-term rentals. I don't know if you guys are into Airbnbs or any of that, those type of things. That is not what I do. I don't do short-term rentals. Um, doesn't mean I'm not interested in doing short-term rentals. I do have a couple properties that would, I think, do pretty well with in the short-term rental category. But that's something I don't really delve into, and I'm not going to give you guys any advice. But if you are interested in that, I do have somebody that if he decides to show up today, I will let him talk to you guys about short-term rentals, Airbnbs, and whatnot. Anyway, so yes, so outside of that, for me, I usually give you guys an update. He's not able to join. Okay, so I usually give you guys an update of what I have going on currently right now. In fact, do y'all want to go see y'all want to see some rehab? Y'all want to see some rehab going on? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to go. If you guys want to see some rehabbing going on. I'm right outside of a rehab right now, where we are working on our basement. We're finishing a basement. Basement was unfinished. Basement was completely unfinished. Blank canvas, and we decided, you know what, screw it, the rest of the house looks nice, let's put the money into the basement. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to finish a basement. Just got the sheetrock up, mudding, sanding, all that kind of stuff. Just finished the tile in the first floor bathroom and about to start the tile in the basement bathroom. But yeah, give me a thumbs up if you guys want to see if you guys want to see the renovation. I'll pop in there real quick, show you guys what's going on, and you guys can see some live action with the guys in there as well. But yes, that house. So yeah, we're working through that house. Now I told you guys last week it's deal hunting season. Now for you guys looking for houses, it's always going to be deal hunting season, right? It's always going to be deal hunting season. And I knew you were going to do this. I'm doing some work. It's Thursday, man. Everybody knows. Everybody knows I do my live on Thursday. Anyway, I guess he's not going to show up till next week. Perfectly fine. But anyway, it's deal hunting season. I told you guys last week, I always like to keep a house in the chamber, right? Meaning that if I'm currently renovating, let's just say 2 houses, I always like to keep a third in the hopper, like coming down the pipeline. So I'll be wrapping up one, right? Or it's either on the market. I'll have another that's midway through renovation or getting to that halfway point, and then I'll have one that is usually waiting in wings that I've secured and waiting to close. And so by the time I push that last renovation out the door into the market to sell, the second one now moves into its final phases, and then the new one is now in play. We've closed on it, and that way I always keep a house, in the works, right? And so last week I said it's deal hunting season. I mean it. It's deal hunting season. And what have I always told you guys, for the folks that are looking to buy houses, looking to buy these deals on market. We're not talking about off market, completely different topic. On market, you need to move with a quickness. This is the most exciting part about doing deals, is the acquisition. I don't know about y'all, but for me it is, right? I feel like a damn hunter in the Serengeti, hunting for gazelle, or I'm a lion, and whatever, what am I trying to say? Whatever, y'all get what I'm trying to say. But I feel that is my favorite part. Favorite part, right? If I could just do acquisitions, I just do acquisitions because it's fun, right? Securing deals, locking up deals at good rate, at good prices, and beating out everybody. That is fun. That is fun for me, right? So I don't get to do that all the time because I wear plenty of hats, right? But That part is the most exciting part for me. What's going on, Ali? I see you, brother. Good afternoon, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying dry and staying out of this cold because it is ugly. And the weather is pretty nasty too. But anyway, appreciate you popping in here. Want another one of the regulars. Um, so I told you guys last week is deal hunting season. I am currently in the hunt for a deal. Now I spoke to you guys about, I always talk to you guys about moving with speed and quickness. And I'm going to tell you about an instance where just this morning, um, can I put it on myself? Can I not? It's kind of like partially my fault, partially not. But I want to talk to you guys about an instance where I did not move with such quickness. Yeah, I did not move with such quickness, and I ended up, or I don't want to say I ended up. I feel like I'm going to end up losing out on the deal because whatever. But anyway, for the folks that's looking at buying properties on the market, right? Good deals don't last long, and normally you are competing with like usually 10, 15, 20 other investors if they price the property right, right? Good agents that are selling as is properties that are catered toward investors know what they're doing. When they list these prices and they are a little bit below market, or they're priced just right around that sweet spot, they're usually going to be clamored with investors calling them, trying to get into the property, trying to put offers in, all the whole 9 yards, right? And I talk to you guys about speed all the time. Speed, right? Identifying a property, preliminarily running your numbers. If they work, you go out and see it that as soon as you can. Buttoning up those numbers once you get eyes on it, right? All while you're doing that, you're calling the agent. You're asking the listing agent if they can represent you. If they are keep your plans. You're asking the listing agent to write your offer for them. You're trying to get them on your side. You know what I'm saying? And if they accept, you've already gone to the property. You've buttoned down your numbers. You're telling them what it is, right? You're putting yourself in the best position to win with speed and decisiveness. That's how you win deals on the market, right? If you ever wonder why you're losing out on deals, and agents aren't hitting you back, or you're just not winning deals, speed and being decisive. Speed and decisiveness kills when it comes to acquisitions, right? If you're not understanding of this, it's going to take you a while to get a good deal, right? Because the good deals in this market are always going to be eaten up by investors that know what they're doing, or that have their financing in place, or are just sharks. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to tell y'all this because this is how I've won multiple times. I am confident in telling you guys that there are deals on the market. And if I say I want a deal, I'm going to go get me a deal, right? Now, it might not come today, might not come tomorrow, but I know with the methodology, with the practices that I put in place to find a deal that's on the market, not off market, because I do off market, but not right now. But for the practices that I put in place to find deals on the market, I know I'm going to get a deal eventually. And I know if I do it every day, do my practices every day, it's only going to be a matter of time. A week, a couple days, 2 weeks, I'm going to have a deal secured, right? It's just what it is, right? Real estate gods, it's crazy how they work. But again, speed and being decisive. How did I lose out on the deal today? Being decisive, but no speed. So there was a deal. And guys, please, if this is your first time here, please feel free to ask away. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions Week 91, where you guys can come and ask anything, everything real estate related right there in the comment section below or where the question mark is. And I will do my best to answer those questions. Feel free to interrupt me while I give you guys an update on just some just some stuff that you guys should take in consideration when you guys are doing your deals and stuff like that. But anyway, went and looked for a deal. Well, was on the MLS searching yesterday, found a good deal, right? I kind of have an eye, right? Kind of have an eye for a good deal, right? Or potential good deal. Identified it, and as soon as I identified it, hold on, Ali says, "Can you tell us some of the deal's numbers? Example of what you saw that made it a good deal." Good question. So yeah, let's talk about that. So, a couple things that come into play, right? Like Baltimore's like pretty weird. Not weird. Baltimore's home to a lot of row homes, right? And depending on the area, ARVs for row homes, unless you're like in Fed Hill, Fells Point, Canton, unless you're in those areas, those ARVs can go, from 200 all the way to 250, 270, 300, right? That's just because those are the highly sought out, desired areas. If you've been in Baltimore, those are kind of like the cookie cutter areas. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, but outside of that, row home wise, everywhere else in the city, you'll see, and we're talking about at the top of the market, depending on the neighborhood you're in, right? Depending on the neighborhood you're in, typical row homes, fully renovated, top of the market, can range anywhere between 120 all the way up to 180 to $200,000, right? So there's a wide swing, right? So for me, when I see a row home that is not in those areas, and obviously Charles Village, that's another one. Hamden, right, what's that area next to Hopkins campus? Like Hopkins campus. Like these are areas where there's an exception. Your normal row homes, I told you, they're gonna be anywhere between 120 and 180, right? Out in those other areas, you're gonna see, anywhere between 200, 270, 280, 300 sometimes, right? So when I see a deal like one of those, and it's in one of those areas, and it's priced at around $100,000, I know that given the area, I don't even need a concentrated number. I just know in these specific areas that I just named to you guys, you can get row homes, right, due to the location, anywhere between $200 and $250 to $300,000. So if I see a as is house in those areas that's selling for $100,000, that means that, okay, I'm just doing quick math in my head, right? $100,000 as is, needs full reno. So let's just say 60 grand, right? 60 grand, 160. If I'm selling it for 250, add in the extra BS, holding costs, agent fees, all that kind of stuff. That's a good spread, right? That's still a good spread, right? If I'm all in 160, and if I'm all in 160, and my fees are maybe about 20 grand, 20, 30 grand or whatever, that's a good spread. That's a good spread, right? Given the area, right? Given the area, I know that this area yields row homes that are within the 240, 250, 260 range. Now, Ali, you brought up deals and numbers. I don't usually look at row homes if they're over 100 grand, unless they're in those areas. Does that make sense? If they're over 100 or 110 grand for a row home in Baltimore City and it needs renovation, I'm probably not buying it unless it is in one of those areas that I named. One of those areas, Canton, Fells Point, Federal Hill, Hamden, Johns Hopkins campus, Charles Village. Those areas, yeah, you can get row homes in Baltimore City for around 100 grand, 120. uh, even 130 sometimes as is, and flip it and get your money back with an ARV around 250 to 300, right? But outside of that, if it's not in those areas and it's priced as is and it still needs renovation and it's in other parts of the city, chances are if it's over 100 grand, I'm not looking at it because I know that the ARV is only probably 160, 170, maybe 150. You know what I mean? And so if I'm spending 100 grand, right, and the ARV is 170, 180, and I need to put 30 or 40 grand into it, that is a bad deal. I'm not even looking at it. I'm not looking at it. Does that make sense? That's just general knowledge. And maybe it's because I ride around here a lot, right? All I need to see, I can look at the picture. When I look at the deal, I can look at the picture, be like, okay, look at the price. All right, I look at the zip code. Oh, it's in that zip code. Okay. And then I see it on a map. If I click on the map and see where it's located, I can basically tell based on the city, based on Baltimore City, whether it's in one of those neighborhoods or it's going to be worth something, right? So the deal that I was looking at yesterday, they had it listed for 99 grand, row home, but it was a couple blocks from Hopkins campus. Now, if you know anything about Hopkins campus, not the hospital, I'm talking about the actual school campus, 28th Street, 29th Street, Lorraine Avenue, those little areas over there, you're just buying it up. Not the hospital, but investors are buying them up, and I know that those houses sell for 230 to 260, 280, right? So when I see this house listed for 99 grand, and I look at the zip code, and then I see where it's at on the map, this is a deal. This is a deal before I even look at it. 99 grand? Okay. All right. So I run the numbers. I look a little bit deeper into it, right? I run the numbers. I run the comps. Comps are pulling 250, 240, 250, a couple 230s, right? So automatically I know. All right. And I've looked at the pictures. General renovation, open layout, need to put AC in there, new kitchens, new bathrooms. I need to add a bathroom or two to meet the comps. But outside of that, 1,300 square, this is general renovation. And I put a general number on it, right, for the rental. I hadn't even seen the house. Let's just do 60K, right? 60, If I'm not even doing quick math, which just makes sense when I hear it. 100 grand, 60 grand, 240, 250 ARV. Yeah, that's the deal. I need to go see that. I don't need to spend a lot of time to know that sounds good for a flip. Now, chances are, the way I just did that, math in my head and figured that out and looked at the comps, somebody else has done that. 10 other investors, 20 other investors have done that. That's how it is, right? So now it's a matter of, this is where speed comes into play. So now you've identified a deal, right? Preliminary, back of the napkin, right? You've preliminarily identified, oh, this makes sense. This is the deal. I've been looking. All these deals are crap. The numbers don't make sense. Crap. Low margins, crap. Oh, I found a deal. This is where you stop what you're doing. And once you identify it's a deal, you need to go look at it as soon as you can. Ali says Hopkins campus area is great. I missed out on a property in Melville. Yeah, it's a great area. Trust me, I missed out on 2 houses over there, and they were actually neighboring houses. Over on 28th Street. I've been meaning to get over there. I want something over there pretty badly, actually, and I'm mad I missed out on. I'm gonna finish telling you the story, but I want a house over in that area. Yeah, you're right, especially for 99K. Yeah, 99K over in that area, that's a steal. Chances are, again, when you click and that deal closes the deal, you also have to remember everybody else is also thinks it's a deal too. So what's the likelihood of you getting it for list price? So really at this point, what you want to do is you want to go and see that deal as quickly as possible because you need to finalize your numbers, right? You know that if I just identified that this is a deal as quickly as I did, chances are other investors have too. And that means that now I have to hard nose find out what my numbers are and figure out how I can be and also work to be competitive by being decisive and moving with speed, right? So at this point, what you're going to be doing, or what you should be doing, is going to see that damn deal as quickly as possible. And while you're going to see that deal, you should be contacting that listing agent, because I told you I did not move with speed. I was late to the party. By the time I found this deal, it had already been on the market for 2 days. That's all it takes sometimes. That's all it takes is 2 days. So once I identified it was a deal, I saw it was on the market for 2 days, I said, I'm late to the party. I know I'm late to the party. I know that I am late to the party. Before I even call this agent, I already know I'm late. So you need to be scheduling to go see this deal. And then you also, while you're doing that, you need to be calling that listing agent. Not your agent, the listing agent. The listing agent. Chances are they're not going to pick up the phone because they're getting a million calls about the same deal. But you want to go see the listing. I mean, you want to talk to the listing agent as you're going to see this property, right? What are you telling the listing agent? What are you asking them? Hey, is this house still available? You know it's still available because it's up. But sometimes they're not, and sometimes they haven't changed the status yet. But basically, you're just asking them what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Ali says, do you schedule to see the deal with the listing agent? Yes. Here's why, right? No. You want to go, okay, so yes, again, guys, I'm an agent, so I don't need an agent to represent me. I forego my commission to make sure that the listing agent gets it, and I can have a better chance of winning. But here's how you guys can do it, right? Right? So you're scheduling to go see that deal with the listing agent, right? And you're calling them and you're asking them, hey, is this deal still available? Why are you asking them that? Because you want to know if the seller's already accepted an offer and they just been slow to change the status. And you're also kind of asking for an update. Like, so when you say, hey, is this deal still available? It kind of makes the agent give you an update on what's going on. Yeah, it's still available, but we have 10 offers on it already. Or yeah, it's still available. Or no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not available. The seller's already accepted an offer. Or yeah, it's still available, but the seller has five offers in hand, and they're making a decision in the next hour. Like, that gives you an update on what's going on. So it's always, hey, is this deal still available? Right? Even though you see that is this deal still available? Right? You ask them that. And they'll say, yeah, the deal is still available, but we have, 5 other offers in play, right? Okay, cool. Well, with those 5 other offers, are you writing any of those offers for the other? Are you writing any of those offers? Right? You want to basically ask them, are they writing an offer for somebody else? Right? And they're either going to say yes, or they're going to say no. You hope they say no, right? You want them to say no because you want them to represent you. You. Usually, what happens is this. If you have a hot deal and you have your own agent, right? There's this hot deal you guys are working on, right? Or trying to get. And you have the listing agent that's fielding all these calls, fielding all these offers on this hot deal. You and your agent write an offer. That offer gets submitted. Chances are that offer is going to be submitted with all the other offers. Unless you're just the highest bidder or whatever the case may be, that offer is going to be put in the pile with all the other offers. It ain't going to be nothing special unless you just wowed them, right? That doesn't give you a competitive edge, right? Getting your offer put in a pile of other offers doesn't give you a competitive edge, right? Unless you're just blowing the doors off on whatever on the purchase price that you're proposing. Anyway, why not enlist the listing agent to write your offer, to represent you? Why not? They have direct connection with the seller. It is in their best interest to make sure that the seller gets their money. But also, they're in it for the money too, right? And if they can represent the buyer and get that side of things, guess what that does? That helps your case. So you always want to try to enlist with the listing agent if they are the ones. If you want to enlist with the listing agent, if you're going to put in an offer, right? So you ask them, hey, are you writing any of those other offers for anybody else? They say no. Great. Hey, do you mind writing the offer for me? Right? They're gonna get that side of commission too. So it incentivizes them. While everybody else is in a pile of offers over here, here's your offer over here with the listing agent that they obviously would like to push yours through, right? Because they get paid more. They get paid a little bit more money if your offer gets pushed through. Now, obviously, they're going to work in the best interest of the seller, right? But it also puts you in a position where you have a competitive edge where they might kind of tell you, if not straight up tell you, where you need to be at. You get what I'm saying? So they're not going to waste their time writing an offer for you if it doesn't make sense for them. I mean, not sense for them, but if it doesn't make sense. So if everybody else is offering 150 and you come in trying to offer 130, they're not going to write the offer for you. They might directly tell you that or indirectly. And sometimes, most of the time, it's going to be indirect. Hey, I don't know if that's going to work. Translation, your offer's too low. Hey, that might work. We've had a couple higher offers, but you're within range. Okay, you're within range. You might have to bump it up a little bit. You know what I mean? And you can kind of feel your way around there. And most of the time, they're going to talk indirectly to you. But you guys are smart. You use context clues. They're going to basically try to coach you up and get you to a point where you kind of know where you need to be at. Okay, if I'm, all right, well, it sounds like, the other offers are higher. And obviously, if it still works for you, if the deal still works for you, maybe instead of 130, maybe, let's try 137. Oh, well, I think 137 might be okay. That's them indirectly telling you, hey, that deal works. It's the highest offer, or I think the seller is going to take that, right? And sometimes you don't even have to be the highest bidder. You just have to be the one that is moving with speed and decisiveness. And when I say decisiveness, by the time you've enlisted this agent to write the offer for you, if they say yes, if the agent is writing the offer for you, you've enlisted them to write the offer for you, you have this now competitive edge. At this point, you need to be decisive. Why? Because they don't have to write the offer for you. They're doing you a favor. And they're almost giving you a fast track into winning the bid. So at this point, you do need to know your numbers. You do need to have your financing in order. And you do need to be able to tell them directly, this is what I want. This is the offer that I'm giving. Here's how much I'm giving via my EMD. Here's my closing. Here's my title company. As is, no inspections. Here's when I can close. You give them all that information at once, they can now move with speed. They can now move with speed and take that offer and get it to the seller and let them know, hey, we got 5 other offers. This guy is, he's either equal to the other offers or he's a little bit more, but I think he's the best offer because I trust that he'll get to the closing table. What does any seller want to do more than anything? They want to get to the closing table and they want to work with somebody that is going to perform. So just because you have the highest offer, if you fumbled and was kind of indecisive and telling me what your offer was and what you think and all that kind. I don't know. How am I going to tell the seller that I trust you that you're going to get to the closing table? It ain't gonna happen, right? I'm gonna talk to Joe over here, who told me directly what the numbers were, how soon they can close, the contingencies, no contingency, all that stuff. EMD can be delivered today. That's who I want to deal with. So when I tell you, you got to move with speed. That's the speed you got to move with when it comes to these deals that are on the market. Now, in my case, with the deal that just happened today, yeah, there was 5 other offers already on the table. But the agent said that they didn't have. I asked them, okay, are you writing the offer for any of those? Are you writing for any of those 5 offers? No, I'm not. Boom. What does that tell me? I might be late to the party, but I still got a little chance, right? Okay. Do you mind writing the offer for me? It depends. Where are you gonna come in at? What did he say? He said it depends. No, he said, where do you plan on coming in at? What's your financing? And he said, I'm talking to the seller in a little bit. I can tell him what you have going on and see if he's interested. Guess what that message just means to me? I have my foot in the door, right? I have my foot in the door. Now, where I lost, is where I went to the house. I was not able to get inside, right? And the agent sent me this stuff last night, actually. And I actually should have went and saw the property and gave them those numbers last night. I did not. I got to the deal this morning, replied back this morning, gave them my terms. And by then, once the agent responded, he called me and said, basically said, hey, look, where your numbers going to be at again? And I told him. He said, yeah. They kind of sounded like they worked. He's like, yeah. Well, he asked me about my financing for a reason. Hard money. Excuse me, which is basically cash. So I'm like, yeah, I'm using hard money. Can close soon, whatever, right? He says, well, I just got off the phone with the seller. He told me to accept this other offer. And he said the offer was all cash, no hard money. Oh, oh, a full cash offer. Oh, we're dealing with Daddy Warbucks over here. Okay, so all cash offer. Okay, all right, cool. And in my mind, I'm like this: if it's hard money for me, the only way you're gonna beat me out is, even if you do have cash, is if you're offering more than me. Because if the title work's not done, you can't close tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So normally when you purchase a property, like an investment property, once both sides sign the contract and you negotiate when you're going to close, title work actually takes, in Baltimore City, 2.5 to 3 weeks. Well, when that happens, guess what? That takes time. So even if you do have cash and you can close tomorrow, cash enables you to close quick. You can pull that money out the bank and close tomorrow. But if you have to do title work, you have to wait, just like everybody else with other other forms of financing, right? So if you're giving a cash offer and title work's not done, that means you have to wait 2.5 to 3 weeks, just like I would have to wait 2.5 to 3 weeks. So those negate each other. No competitive edge, right? Usually if you're buying cash, you're buying as is. Well, guess what? So am I. No competitive edge. Usually if you're buying cash, there's no contingencies. Well, guess what? I don't have any contingencies either. So what competitive edge does this other guy have over me? Unless he's offering way more. He's going to sit and wait for that deal to close just like I would have to with my hard money offer. So there's no real competitive offer. I mean, there's no real competitive advantage outside of him offering way more than what my offer was for the house. And that was the case. So he told me, he said, the seller told me to sign the papers for this offer. And I told him, I said, okay, is the title work? I asked him, is the title work done? And he said, no. And I said, okay, well, he'd be sitting around for the same amount of time as I would, because my offer will be I can close in 2.5 to 3 weeks once title work is done. And he said, I got you. I said, okay, my EMD would be 5K. No contingencies as is. It's same offer as him. I said, the only way he beats me out is if he's offering way more than me. And I said, is that the case? How much is he offering? And he didn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me. Now, I told you, they'll tell you indirectly, or sometimes they'll mostly tell you indirectly that your offer is lower in those cases where you've enlisted listing agent to write your offer. He's basically telling me indirectly, yeah, your offer is lower. Like your terms and all are pretty much the same with him, but your offer is lower than his, and it's cash. When people hear cash, they kind of like, you know what I mean? They get a little, oh, I'm taking this cash offer. Because even with hard money, now I have a relationship with my hard money lenders. In most cases, some hard money lenders are going to come with contingencies, right? They're going to come with an inspection or something like that, right? That doesn't make you competitive, right? Now, my lenders, I don't really have contingencies. I can just, so it's almost like I'm using cash, and I can close quickly, right? So long story short, they ended up going with the other offer. I'm still waiting. He said that, you know, if something changes within the hour, he'll give me a call back, but chances are they're going to go with that offer. And the reason I said this whole lesson is important to you guys is because what I've been saying before, speed and decisiveness. I was not speedy. I was decisive, but I was not speedy. And you need both of those in order to win on-market deals whenever you're trying to get these investment properties to flip in or rentals, the good deals. Again, he told me they've only had this deal on the market for 2 days. 2 days. I found it yesterday. By the time I had found it, it hadn't even been, it had only been 24 hours since they had listed it. I was late to the party, right? So whenever you find these good deals, you have to move with speed and decisiveness. If you don't, you'll lose out. This is a very good example of how you guys can lose out on a deal. I just lost out on a deal today. No big deal, but I had to bring this up to you guys because I always talk to you guys about speed and everything. Perfect example, right? You can't have one without the other. You can be decisive, but if you're not speedy, you'll lose to a guy like me when I'm on my game, right? You can be speedy, but if you're not decisive, it's going to be hard to get the listing agent to trust that you're going to trust you, that you're going to perform, and then disseminate that information back to the seller and convince them that you're the person. Does that make sense? I hope it does, right? Just little tidbits and keys when you guys are out there bidding on these deals that are on the market. I know I just gave a long story, but very informational because I know some of you guys are not winning, and that's fine, right? It's okay not to win on these market deals. You'll realize it's repetitiveness is going to take persistence, and every single day you should be scouring the market. The reason why I have complete faith in finding a deal when I want to find a deal is because when I put my practices in place, it's an everyday thing, every morning, midday too, right? Because there are constant deals coming on the market every morning, midday, and afternoon. And in this case, I was 1 day late. Why is that important? Because had I found that deal the day before, enlisted that agent, and put a good enough offer in, right? Not just list price, but one they couldn't refuse at that moment in time. And there's some safeguards in place that there's, you know, a couple nuanced things you can say to kind of get a word from a seller versus them waiting to shop your offer versus waiting other people to give time for other investors to come in and give offers. There's a couple things you can say to kind of get an answer quick. But had I been there the first day and put that offer in place and a nice, good offer, right, able to move with speed and decisiveness, that deal might have been locked up on the first day and never got to the second day where the cash offer came in. See what I'm saying? So every minute, once you find a deal that works, every minute, and it just came on the market, every single minute you let pass by, is a chance for somebody like me or whoever to come in and swoop that deal from you. So when you find a deal, just like I said, you run those quick numbers in your head. Oh damn, 99K purchase, 160 all in. I can get anywhere between 240, 250. Oh no, that's a deal. Run these, look at these comps real quick. Oh, comp support 240, 250. Great. I'm on the phone with the agent and I'm driving out to go see the property. That's literally how it should go every single time. And if you can't go out and see the property, you need to be scheduled to go see it as soon as possible, right? Calling the listing agent is going to be the best thing you can do. Now, if you already have an agent, hey, you're going to have to move. The agent is going to have to move at the speed of what you need them to be in order to win. Agent, I need you available. Let's go. And if I can't go see the property because I'm at work, if you are my agent, you need to go see the property as soon as I show you the deal. Get in there and you can coach your agent on, if they don't know, you can coach your agent on how to walk through the property, get a nice video so you can understand what's going on if you can't physically be there because you're at work during the day. I get it. Sometimes you guys are at work and hot deals pop up on the market and you guys can't get to them till the afternoon or in the evening or the next day. Again, speed kills. And if you have to wait till the end of the day or the next day or the weekend to look at properties, chances are you're going to lose, right? So if you have an agent that's already representing you, put that agent to work. They got to make money too, right? Hey, just ran the number, saw this deal you sent over. I need you to go see it ASAP. This is a hot deal. I need you to go see it ASAP. Give me a video. I need an interior video and I need an exterior video of what's going on. While they're doing that, you're running your numbers at your job. And you're waiting for that video to come back. You have them upload. Tell them to download the mobile YouTube app. Once you get that video, download that bad boy to YouTube and send me the link. Once I have that link and I see the video and it confirms the renovation cost is either going to be higher or lower, and I rerun my numbers and make sure I finalize the numbers, and if the deals look good, I'm also while I'm doing that, I'm texting or calling my lender, my hard money lender, and I'm basically sending them that video. And the reason why I said YouTube is because YouTube comes with a link. Instead of you sending iMessage a video that might take 30 minutes to send, you send them a link. You send them the YouTube link. That's the whole reason why you upload your property inspection videos to YouTube. Unlisted, of course, right? You don't want, you don't want to unlisted. You're not listed. You guys get what I'm saying. Unlisted, but you post it on YouTube. Take the link, and that link is easily transferable. You send that to your lender. And then if you need to, you send them the actual property link, which could come out of HomeSnap, right? Homesnap.com, right? You send them the actual property. So they have the actual listing. They have the inspection video that you sent them, right? And then they have the numbers. You send them the numbers. ARV, reno, purchase price. I literally did that this morning with my lender. I text her and sent her video. I sent her the original link, and I sent her ARV 250 or 240, reno 60, purchase price 110. That's everything they need in order to make a quick decision for you. And I'm doing that all simultaneously working. So for you guys can be doing the same thing. While you're at work, finalize the numbers. You're also texting your lender that information. They're at their desk already. Cool. I got the property address. I got the inspection video. He said the ARV is this. He said a rental is that. He said the purchase price is this. He just made my job a lot easier. I can get back to him quick whether I can do that deal or not. And chances are sometimes it's going to take 10, 15 to 30 minutes. That's speed. And once you have your lender on board, they say, yeah, we can do that deal. Boom, you got the approval. You got the approval to do the deal via your lender. So now you got your lender on board. You got the listing agent on board. You've just done as much as you could to put yourself in the best position possible to win that deal. Because when it's time to perform, your lender's on board and the listing agent's got the offer in hand, ready to go to send to the seller. Only thing you have to do at that point in time is sit back and wait. That's it. When you've done all of that, I know I just rattled all this stuff off to you guys, but it's so important, it's so key if you want to win deals on the market. After you've done all of that, and I'm telling you, all of that, either two things are going to happen. You're either going to win the deal or you're not going to win the deal. If you win the deal, great. You did all the steps possible in order to put yourself in the best position to win. If you don't win the deal, you did everything you possibly could to put yourself in the best position to win the deal. You just didn't. And that's perfectly fine. When you've done that much and you don't win, you can't be mad at yourself because you did more than what most people will do in order to win a deal. Again, speed and decisiveness. That is what it's going to take in order for you guys to win these on-market deals. Damn, that was a lot. Thumbs up. That was kind of like the whole process to win deals on the MLS. If you don't have an agent or if you do have an agent, that is, last year, I think out of the deals that I got last year, 1, 2, 3, I think four of my deals last year came straight off the MLS, and some of them I wasn't even the highest offer. By doing exactly what I just told y'all. So if I can go get 4 or 5 deals off the MLS in 1 year, and that's just the MLS. If I can get 4 or 5 deals off the MLS by doing exactly what I just told y'all to do, y'all can get 1. If you're sitting around looking for deals and you ain't getting no deals, you do what I just told you, you can at least get 1 deal. And I'm not even looking every day. I look when I want a deal. Right? I look when I want a deal. So there's no excuse. I just gave y'all real ass game for free. For free. I don't really want to hear any excuses. I just don't. I don't want to hear any excuses. I can't find deals or what. I could have packaged that little 15-minute rant up and put it into a quarter. When you guys have these free resources, utilize them. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm putting y'all on game for free. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 91, by the way. Week 91, if you guys don't know, this is where you can come and ask anything, everything real estate related every single Thursday for 91 weeks straight, baby. Holla at me. Holla at me. Let's see who popped in here while we was going off. Chelsea, JC, PA, what's going on? Devin, what's good? TZB 505, what's going on? Carter King, what's up, brother? Nata Tat Tat, what's y'all are funny. Nata Tat Tat, hey, hello. Elena, what's good? My fiance is up here. Hey, what's good? Road less traveled, sleep when I die, real estate stays. Carter King with the diamonds. Appreciate y'all for popping in here. For the new folks, yes, this is Real Estate Q&A Session week 91. Do this every single Thursday, 12 o'clock for at least an hour. We guys come and ask anything, everything real estate related. I'll do my best to answer. Right? Utilize this resource. Right? Utilize the resource. I try my best. Right? Ali says, very good information. Thank you, bro. Thank you guys for listening and showing up every single week. Ahmed, what's going on, brother? Really appreciate the gems. I try to, brother. Hey, listen, young goat, I appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, guys, that is some things you guys can do to it's not guaranteed, right? MLS deals, on the market deals, Doing what I just told you guys to do is not guaranteed to get you a deal. What it is going to do is put you in a better position than most to win. And trying to find deals on the market is tough because it's all competitive. Every competitive edge you can have in moving with speed and decisiveness, doing that consistently will put you in a better chance to win a deal than not, right? And sometimes that might take a week, a couple of days, a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, right? And in order to get good at that, in order to process that, have that process down. And for the folks that have an agent that they've already enlisted, that they have a contract with and they're in that contract with, you need to be making sure that agent moves with haste and speed as well. You don't want them to be the holdup. Where me, right? And here's what I advocate for all you guys. Go get your real estate license. Go get your real estate license. Investors will tell you all the time, wholesalers, you don't need a real estate license. Don't go get it. Well, it's not going to hurt if you go get one. In fact, it gives you more tools at your disposal that you really don't have to, how should I say it, rely on somebody else, right? You don't have to rely on somebody else. You know why I got my license? I'll tell you why I got my license. I'll tell you why I got my license. I saw how an operation was ran when I used to work for an investor that did 60 deals a year. Right? I saw how his setup was, and I saw where how you can put yourself in the best position to be competitive, especially in a competitive market. Right? He had his license. Right? I got my license so I could have more tools at my disposal as an investor in a competitive market. That means I can have access to the MLS. I can list my deals. I can sell deals. I can do a bunch of things with my license, right? And it is only going to help you, not hurt you. So I advocate that you block out the noise, add this little tool to your tool belt, go get your real estate license, and then you won't have to be so reliant on other people to get you real-time data, real-time information, and real-time access. Access is key. Access is key. See, remember I told you guys I found the deal. I went and go see it myself. Ali asked a good question. Do you see that with the agent, or do you go by yourself? How are you guys going to get the lockbox information if you don't have an agent? How are you guys going to get the lockbox information or Century Lock code if you guys don't have your license? You're right. How are you going to get comps, real-time comps and data at the click of really quickly without an agent? How are you going to be able to see on-market deals very quickly and have access to them and run comps whenever you want to if you don't have an agent? Or if you don't have your license. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? So if you can go get your license, go get your license. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you. And if you're an investor and you're dealing with off-market sellers and you're giving out off-market offers, if that seller says, I want 100, and you say, well, I can only give you 60 or 70, and they say, well, the deal doesn't work, you don't really have another option outside of trying to wholesale it. But with the license, you say, well, look, I might not be able to give you what you want, but let's throw it out there on the market. We've built some good rapport. I feel like you trust me. Let me put it out there on the market for you. Let's see if we can get that 100K. Boom. You've just added another tool to your belt in order to keep a deal in play for yourself. So you might not be buying it, but you sure as hell can list it. And if you can list it, that's... Get what I'm saying? So, all right, that was a lot. All right, yeah, that was a lot. I appreciate you guys sitting here and listening to me. I gave y'all some real deal game, like I do every week. Uh, it's 1:15. Jazz drummer was going on. Yeah, you caught the tail end. Guys, if you don't know, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions Week 91, where you come ask anything, everything real estate related. I'll do my best to answer, right? If you miss my shows or anything like that, I post them on my feed after the fact, and you can literally go on my feed and you'll see 91 hours of content and me answering questions, right? If you guys decided to take a look at this stuff and go through the videos, you find a whole bunch of crap of me just talking and giving out advice, answers, all that kind of stuff. Today, I felt really good. Even though you guys didn't ask too many questions, I felt like I gave you guys a lot of game for free, right? Assassin mode. Acquisitions is the most exciting part of this whole thing. And you can see by the level of excitement I had when I was telling you guys about the process to go look and hunt for deals. I love acquisitions. I don't like the renovation part. I don't like the contracting part. I like the acquisitions of deals. All right. So outside of that, guys, yeah, this is what we do. If you got value today, here's what you can do for me. Since I gave you an hour of my time, here's what you can do for me. Screenshot me, post it to your story, let folks know what we're doing each and every week. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions Week 91. Tag me, let folks know what we're doing. I'm not asking y'all for your credit cards, your socials, any information like that. The only thing I ask for is you if you share the show. That's it. It's very simple. Spread the love, right? I don't have to do this, but I do this. This is how I give back. So the only thing I ask you guys, share the show. Share what we're doing, right? Because when you bring other folks in here that didn't know this was going on, they ask questions that you didn't think to ask. And therefore, when those questions get answered, that's more information for you. There's more value for you. That's why you're here. To not make that $10,000 mistake, because I've made it. It's not fun. I wish I had somebody that could tell me to do some things differently, right? And I could be that person for you. So anyway, yes, outside of that, we're going to wrap this show up, put a bow on it, right? We've hit it officially an hour, and I have moves to make, and I have contractors that I need to meet. So outside of that, I will tell you guys, peace, love, and happiness. Make sure you guys stay safe out there in the streets. One other thing, guys, we can make money all day, every day, but remember, our time here is temporary. The time we have to spend with our loved ones is temporary. And make sure you guys are taking full advantage of people, their love, their presence, and all that kind of stuff, because it can be gone tomorrow, right? There's money you can't take with you, right? There's money you can go spend all time trying to get it, and all that kind of stuff, and neglecting your family and your loved ones. Make sure you spend time with your family, friends, and loved ones, the people you love, right? Take advantage of this time. Outside of that, peace, love, and happiness. See you guys next week. RIP.